Hello!
And welcome to Peak Millennial.
Yes, I love that. To be honest, I actually, you know what? Fuck the jingle. We don't need a fucking jingle. I like the little harmonica. I prefer it, you know? If we had a jingle, we'd be too polished. That's what I think.
Yeah, man, the hell with that.
Yeah, fuck a jingle.
Yeah, think of something famous without a jingle. Herpes.
Yeah.
Does herpes need a jingle?
No, it does not. Definitely doesn't.
But it's everywhere. Everywhere.
Gio, how have you been? When we recorded the last one, it wasn't actually 2019. Now it actually is.
Oh, it's 2019.
How has 2019 treated you so far, Gio?
It feels like a whole new year.
Does it?
No.
Yeah.
It feels like a lot of the same. I don't know. There's a freshness. There's a freshness in the new year.
In the air.
I fixed my moped, my stallion.
Ooh, very nice.
Yep, riding around on my moped.
Very
Something
nice.
very emasculating about getting on the iron steed.
Mm.
You know, putting on a watch.
Emasculating, or what's the opposite of emasculating?
Demasculating?
No, because surely that means the same thing. I don't know. Anyway.
D is their opposite, right? Like destroy.
No, but emasculating means like it makes you feel less masculine, isn't it? It's like taking away your masculinity.
It does?
Yeah, emasculating.
Oh, well, I didn't mean that one. I meant the other one.
Makes you feel more masculine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a blood to get into my muscles as soon as I step on that moped.
Ooh.
Watches as well. You put on a good watch, it's like, oh, mate, I can feel the testosterone balding me by the minute.
Good for you.
I can feel it. What else has happened since the new year? I hit the gym. Been hitting the gym.
Proud of you, man.
Working out. And I texted you from the gym, didn't I? Because it was look, it's a very uncomfortable situation at the gym, especially the one I'm going to at the moment, because it's like, you know, it's January, everyone's going, and there are a lot of spicy senoritas at the gym. But it's not that I'm creeping; it's that, you know, I went to the gym and I sat. This is going to be the worst opening to the podcast.
Yeah,
it's just going to be me talking shit.
That's our whole podcast anyway.
I'm at the gym. I go on the exercise bike, whatever you call the damn thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just me and there's some dude. The dude goes away and, you know, I'm like huffing it out. I'm like fucking Lance Armstrong. Is that a cyclist?
Yeah, sure.
I'm cycling. I'm puffing my little legs off. And then I look up and I'm surrounded by ladies, by senoritas. But they're like, you know, they're almost like evil seductresses. What's the word for what am I thinking of here?
Sirens.
Yeah, they're kind of like sirens. They're like evil, sexy workout mermaids at the gym.
Yeah, sirens.
And look, I'm a man. I can, you know, I'm a fully grown man. I can restrain myself. It's not like I'm leaping up these women. But it's the way I describe it. It's like being a guy and you go to the park. It's like when you're a grown guy, you don't want to be at the park because if you so much as stare as a kid, you're like, right, that's it. They're going to think I'm a fucking paedophile. All these people.
God.
You know what I mean? If a kid comes up and talks to you in a park, you got to get the fuck out of there. You got to go off the grid for like 3 weeks.
Right.
It's like that, but no matter where I look, I'm staring at some lady doing the fucking lunges or doing some like glute curl or whatever the hell they're doing. There was some girl, she was laid out in a machine in a way that I've never seen before. I didn't know machines could be used like that. But she found a way to work out her butt.
Well, this is not very useful to me because I don't know what way she was lying, and neither will any of our listeners.
How's your year, pal? How's your year been? How's it treating you?
Not very well, if I'm honest.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not got off to a good start. Second day in, get hardcore dumped. I've been listening to a lot of Ariana Grande.
Ah, yes.
You know, I've been listening to "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor a lot.
Hey, one time we did that in school once in assembly.
What?
Yeah, you know when you're learning assembly songs, you're like,
yeah.
I love Jesus. What's a good assembly song?
We used to have
the whole world in his hands.
Yeah.
So we did that shit, and then we had one teacher who was like a bit mental. And what did we do? We did some Beatles songs. We did "When I'm 64," "When I'm 69," whatever that fucking song is. And we did the old "I Will Survive."
That's great. That's probably me in the future. But no, I'm not going to talk about it much because obviously It's a very private thing.
It's pretty
and that's what my therapist is for. But mainly, I just wanted to say that the thing I'm most upset about the whole thing is the fact that I took him to see Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man film, which, like, you know, Gio understands how important Spider-Man is. Spider-Man to me, it's like if I said to him, hey, let's travel to Mecca together. That's like my equivalent.
to Mecca.
is me taking you to see a Spider-Man film. It's a very sacred thing, and now it's been shat on, and I'm not happy about it.
Your Mecca is now in cinemas around the globe.
Yeah, exactly. That's honestly, it's a very thing is right. You're laughing at me, but Spider-Man's a very important thing to like my being. A lot of people listening to this will be like, "You were dating someone?" Yes, surprise, motherfuckers. But
it's not a great start, pal, is it? But you know what?
It's not. I've had better starts to the year, but 2018 actually also started very badly for me. So maybe that's just my thing.
You're a bad starter.
Maybe, but you know.
It's all uphill from here.
I've taken up yoga as a new thing, trying to get more in shape or whatever. I'm starting driving lessons again. You know, self-improvement.
Good.
So
you're getting on it.
Not all bad.
You're doing the girl equivalent of hitting the gym and quitting Facebook. You're doing yoga and start driving lessons.
Yeah. Basically, self-improvement. Working on it. I'll be all right.
There you go. You'll come out like a superwoman.
I was debating whether or not to mention this on the podcast because just in case they listen or whatever, but mainly I'm mentioning it because if my advice now gets kind of sad and dark, now you know why.
Don't worry, I'll bring the uplifting advice as I always do.
What, your advice is always just fuck their mum? I don't think that's very uplifting, Gio.
That's a great uplifting advice. You telling me you wouldn't feel good after fucking someone's mum?
No, I'd feel way worse.
Oh, we're different people.
I feel like Harry just had like a sixth sense that I was depressed.
He knew.
He'd just send me random things like, love you, or like, you're great. And I was like, thank you, I really needed it.
He knew.
I know. And then afterwards I was like, oh, actually, I'm in a really shit mood today.
What's the word for going back and fixing things? Why am I so stupid when
I have no idea.
Podcast? All words go out of my mind. We're retracting statements.
Oh, yeah.
We're making corrections on past podcasts. This is how it should have begun. First of all, we've been alerted that Michael Bublé's son is not dead.
Yes.
Hallelujah, am I right?
Yeah. Praise
Now, Allah. I don't want to say it because of our podcast, but I'm just saying he was dead before, now he's not.
No, he was never dead.
The second retraction I would like to make... shit. I forgot which podcast it was. In episode 1 or 2 of the podcast, we were talking about a guy, and he was getting with a load of ladies. It might have been the polygamy podcast. I referred to the guy doing the old Craig David, and that was a mistake. What it should have been was he was doing the Mumbo number 5. He was doing a little bit of Sandra in my life, a little bit of Rita's what he needs. And here's a first for the Peak Millennial podcast. We have international New York Times bestseller sex guru, Harry Monaghan. How are you doing today?
Do I speak now? Hey, it's me. It's Harry. How's it going, guys?
It's a free-flowing environment. You have permission to speak whenever you feel.
Comedian extraordinaire, general, all-round great guy, Harry Monaghan. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm glad to be on the podcast. I'm a big fan. I listen to every episode.
To be fair, you have been our day one supporter. I got a message from you when I released the first episode. So
I love podcasts.
Tell me we've helped you.
Yeah, it's really helped me. And I love your advice, Gio. It's great to finally speak to you.
Thank you.
Been a fan of Gio's for a long time.
I bet it's like meeting a celebrity, right?
You've got a really welcoming voice.
Thanks, man. Wait, has Harry seen pictures of me?
Probably.
Oh, no, I want to ask him what he thought I looked like based off of my voice.
I haven't, and I don't want to know. You're just a voice to me. You're like Scarlett Johansson in Her.
I've not seen. I don't.
It's quite a sexy voice, so it's a compliment.
I feel like every time I've gone through a crisis, you're one of the first people I go to. Of like, I don't know what to do with my life. Have either of you? I don't think either of you would have heard the story of when I was engaged for a day.
Bad.
Oh.
Bad.
When I was 8 years old.
Bad.
Yes.
This is going to get really dark really quickly.
No, it's a real story. So when I was in, I think about year 4 or something like that, I came home from school and I was just wearing like a ring on my finger. And my mum was like, hold on, where'd you get that? And I was like, oh yeah, just some boy gave it to me in school. And she was just like, what, do you like this boy? Do you know this boy? And I was like, no, I just really like the ring. So I took it from him, basically. And my mum was like, he's going to go around telling people that you guys are together now, right?
Did you mug this fucking boy?
No, he gave it to me.
Oh, you said you took it from him.
No, he just gave it to me, and I was like, okay. And my mum was like, he's gonna go around saying that you guys are like engaged or whatever. And I was like, nah, he just wanted to give me this nice ring.
Oh, Jesus.
I liked it. I took it. And then I went into school. My mum dropped me off in school the next day. One of my friends at the time like ran up to me and was like, Angela, Kai's going around saying that you're married. And I just looked at my mum like, what the fuck? How did you know? My favourite part about that story is that I don't actually remember what the boy looked like who gave me that ring.
Oh.
But I do remember what the ring looked like.
Oh, fucking hell. Dude, this is like rom-com material. You're going to meet this guy one day and not know it's him, and he's going to give you the same ring. But it'll be like,
God.
Because your hands haven't grown since you were like 4 years old. It'll fit you still. And you'll remember it, and you'll be like, no.
Maybe. That was the first time I was ever proposed to.
No, that was cool.
The next time is going to have to be really, up there.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to beat that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I had like one of my first ever girlfriends, and I'm using bunny commas for girlfriends. When I was in like
bunny commas?
Yeah, what am I doing here? What am I
what the fuck is a bunny comma?
I'm doing like fuck you fingers, but I'm scrunching them up.
Air quotes.
You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Come on.
And so I'm this girl. I think we asked us out over text. This is like I was young, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember this girl, and so I said yes because I don't give a fuck. I don't know what's going on. And I just remember one time she was trying to, because we never hung out. I said yes, but we never hung out. I'm too much of a passive person, and young me was like twice as passive.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really into like, do you guys remember Diablos?
No.
Diablos like that weird circus thing where you got 2 sticks and a piece of string, and like the little like the egg timer shaped thing in the middle, and you got to twirl it and do tricks. You remember that? Anyone?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Let me send you a picture. It'll put it in your head. Anyway, I was really into this. Okay, think yo-yo. It's not the same as a yo-yo, but think I was into yo-yos in your head. I just remember one day she came over with her mates, and I was with my mates playing Diablo, and she was just like, yo, you want to hang out? And I was like, nah, fucking move along, bitch. I'm going to have to do a sick Diablo trick. And I was like, that was it.
That is such like a classic Gio story.
I remember I broke up with her on the toilet.
What?
So over text. It was mutual. We're just like, it's probably ain't great, is it, now?
How old were you?
I don't know. Yeah, old enough to
20.
Old enough to use a toilet. Yeah, 23.
This is like last week, wasn't it?
Dude, I was sick at Diablo though.
I still don't know what that. Harry, do you know what that is?
I actually think I know what it is now. It's like the string with the 2 sticks and a thing that it's like a circus thing.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You just repeated everything that the Gio just said.
It's because it's an accurate description.
So moral of the story is pursue dreams. Don't let them slow you down. I didn't know that guy slow me down.
That boy who gave me a ring, if you're listening.
Please.
Email peakmillennial@gmail.com.
Please cover pictures of the ring to prove it's you.
Let's dive into some questions.
To the question.
This is very exciting, Harry.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Very exciting that you're here to witness this, because we have a listener submitted question.
Oh, what?
Can you believe? So my boyfriend is a strict vegan, and I love eating meat. He said he doesn't mind me eating meat on the regular, but then makes snide comments and tries to steer me away from that sweet, sweet, tender beef. I've made it clear that I'm bringing home the bacon and then eating all the bacon, and he said he doesn't mind, but I feel like he's not being honest. Is our relationship totally skewered? I do want to be with him, but I don't want to give up the taste of meat.
That's a tough tough question, isn't it?
If you suck dick, are you still allowed to be vegan?
You just can't swallow.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's if you swallow, then it's not allowed because that is
just
technically
can't.
an animal byproduct. Peak millennial, everyone. This is the standard.
I forgot what this question was. All I could think about was dick. What was the question again?
Basically, TLDR, a girl eats meat. Her boyfriend is a very, very strict vegan.
Right.
He says he's fine with it, but sometimes he makes these comments.
It's a funny worded question, but there's actually some deep life view things going on there, isn't there? Because what if you've been with someone for a while and you're just like, yeah, maybe you really believe in like clubbing seals, but they're really against it. Like,
I don't think anyone believes in clubbing seals.
The seals aren't clubbing themselves, are
Yeah,
they?
exactly.
That's true.
It's the day before your wedding. He wants to celebrate with the lads. Go out, club some seals, and you're like, what? You club fucking? Could you date people with like? Because this is like a life view, right? Is it a life view?
Kind of, yeah, I think so. Like a lifestyle choice.
The thing is, you say it's a life view, but you know, no vegan sticks to it for life. Let's be honest. By the time they're 40, they'll be back on the meat. So I think you've just got to stick with it.
35, fuck them.
You know, and just tell him stop making the comments, or you're out the door.
I agree. Fuck you. You know what? Break up with him. That's my advice.
I think you just got to give him an ultimatum because ultimatums, they always go well. That's what I say. Case closed.
Harry doesn't also believe in vegan. Not believe in, like it exists, but like Harry fundamentally disagrees with it.
Why don't you like vegans, Harry?
Just don't like that they don't eat honey.
Man, those bees are slaving away at honey. It's tragic. It's their one purpose in life. The poor bees.
Well, that's what I mean. What would they do without it? Probably bloody suicide rates would go through the roof.
Bee suicide rate.
Everyone needs a purpose, don't they?
Wait, so what? I thought you were saying that they shouldn't be allowed to eat honey.
Well, that's what vegans don't eat honey.
Yeah. So the bees have a purpose in life, right?
No.
The purpose is to make honey for me to put on my porridge.
But I remember you said once, you were just like, you wouldn't make a baby be vegan. So, like, clearly it's not that good for you.
And I've thought about that every day.
Yeah, because a baby died. A baby died in Holland.
Really?
And the parents went to prison.
Oh, Jesus.
Really?
Because they were giving the baby not real milk. They're giving it, like, oat milk. And the baby died.
Shut up.
So if it's killing babies...
No, I think I heard about this.
What's it doing to you? It's not quite killing you because you're big and strong, Anj, but...
That baby needs that titty milk.
I'm confused now. So, is breast milk vegan? No, probably not, right?
Yeah, no, breast milk is, but I think it was, after this point.
Yeah, but there are no babies going around being like, nobody eat titty milk. There are no adults going around being like, oh man, I really miss titty milk.
It's an interesting debate, though, because it's like, if this is two different sort of belief systems, how do you reconcile both of those if you're in a relationship with someone and you believe something so different?
You got to sit this little cum nugget down and say, hey, you shut the fuck up. I'm going to eat this sausage. And if you got a problem with it, then I ain't going to eat your sausage, bitch.
Wow.
That's what you going to say.
You know, that's actually some sage advice. I like that.
If it's annoying, you got to stick up for yourself.
That's true.
But to be honest, it's not really that big a deal, is it? If it's like he really gives a shit, like, what are you doing? He's not eating the meat. You're eating the meat. Maybe you want to hide some bacon in your trousers and have a nibble when he's not looking.
I do think it depends on what kind of vegan he is, because I know people who are vegan who don't really talk about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a shameful secret.
Like, my sister is a vegetarian and she always gets kind of embarrassed when people ask her about if she's a vegetarian, because she always expects people to expect her to be defensive. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you.
She expects people to be like, oh, why don't you eat meat? And like, she doesn't like talking about it and doesn't bring it up because she's just like, I'll do what I want, you do what you want, sort of thing.
Do what I want, bitch.
But if he's like that kind of person that he's mentioning it all the time and it's like, oh, that's disgusting. Like, I was actually a vegetarian for a few years when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I went to a farm with my dad and my dad pointed at a pig and was like, you see that pig there? That was your breakfast. And I was so scarred that I was a vegetarian for about 7 years. I think from when I was about 6 to 13. Yeah.
I like that. He's being honest with you, man. He's not he ain't hiding the truth of the world around you. Santa's not real and you eat that fucking pig.
Since then, my sister's been vegetarian. Like, it scarred us both that much. But then my sister went away to uni, and I was like, you know what? I miss bacon. And then started eating meat again.
I feel like bacon ain't that great.
But, like, you know, you said, like, by the time that you're 40, no one's going to be a vegetarian. My dad has only recently become a vegetarian, and he's 60. So, you know, it's something people take up later in life, and he says it makes him feel a lot better.
I'm not a vegetarian or anything, but cow milk kind of really freaks me out, and I can't drink it anymore.
Why does it freak you out?
Because you don't drink people titty milk. Why do I want to drink animal titty milk? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, like, humans aren't really supposed to. That's why loads of people are lactose intolerant, I think.
Yeah, but we're also not supposed to have, like, mobile phones.
Yeah, true. Have you played Bandersnatch, Harry?
Oh, I haven't yet. I'm going to wait.
For what?
Why what?
I just feel like it's a lot of pressure at the moment on the decisions, and I just want to be, have a clear mind.
Okay, I agree with that. That's fair enough.
Oh, what ending did you get? I don't want to tell you,
In case it, like, reveals
it's
something
very
about
personal
you.
experience.
You want them to know.
It is, yeah.
Exactly.
And then so in like 2 years, when everyone forgets about it, there's loads of other interactive Netflix things. You're like, oh, finally play Bandersnatch, everyone.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Dump him.
Dump him.
Let's get real.
Is that all of our advice? Have we all agreed on that?
Yeah.
Dump him.
Yeah, I'm in for that.
Take him for a drive.
But wait, this is actually a real person, though, isn't it? So maybe you should give some good advice, Anj.
Why pinpoint me in this?
I just feel like, you can just sum it up and we can all agree with you and then move on to a mad person on Reddit.
All right. So, no, this is a viewer submitted question, Harry. This is a real person who's going to listen to this.
That's why I'm saying you need to give good advice. Right. Just say it bothers you.
Yeah.
Oh, the comments bother me. Stop it. I love bacon.
Yeah, exactly. And then if he still makes those comments, dump him. You know what? Break up with him.
His flesh.
I'm always of the opinion you just talk about things and then you could probably resolve it. If not, dump him. Oh, Harry, what did you think of in the last episode, the guy who overheard his girlfriend talking about her ex and how he was better in bed? What did you think about that?
That was brutal. I would just say, just end it there.
I know, right?
It's already dead.
Like, I couldn't believe it. I listened to it again and I was just like, this is so horrible. How would you ever get through that? How would you ever get over it?
Yeah.
Trying to save that relationship is like putting lipstick on a corpse. It's done. It's over. I mean, it's just disrespectful, point one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going to be a just hanging over them for the rest of their lives until they die.
I'm reading my titty question.
Okay, go on.
My 28-year-old male, large-chested girlfriend of 2 years, hello, was asked by our roommate's girlfriend, 21-year-old female, to stop going braless in our apartment. Roommate himself is 23. Did that make sense? I read stuff without seeing if it makes sense sometimes.
Wait, so 28-year-old, his girlfriend, 28-year-old big-titted female,
was asked by our roommate's girlfriend to stop.
Oh, by the roommate's girlfriend?
To stop waving her fun bags around the flat.
Okay.
We have a very quiet and comfortable living situation. I lived with Troy, roommate, for about a year before Hannah, girlfriend, moved in. It was an unexpected permanent move rather than temporary. But everyone gets along, and in fact, Troy and I are closer because Hannah is the type of girl who is very outgoing and brings quiet, shy people out of their shelves. Hannah's breasts are very large. They seem even They seem even larger than they may be due to the fact that Hannah is only 4'11".
Oh, wow.
She jokes that she's 2/3 boob. Her biggest bras say 32K. Look like they got a K.
Whoa!
K.
Holy shit! That's huge.
I said, even sweet lord. Got a. The smallest say 32 GG.
Oh my god,
like GG. Fucking GG, and I don't get bigger than this. GG.
How do her bras vary so much? Like, all of mine are pretty much the same size.
It's the kind of girl where if she fell over, she'd just fucking bounce back up. She's typically modest with them, as she doesn't enjoy a lot of male attention. Not that I try to, but if I were to ask her to wear something revealing, I don't even know that she'd have... All right, we get it. The tits are big. Jesus Christ. She typically takes off her bra in the evening. Troy usually stays in his room and doesn't really socialize with us most of the time. No negativity, he's just a loner type. Anytime he doesn't come out, we all chat happily. Anytime he does come out, sorry. There's never been any complaint about her braless. For the record, I can definitely say Hannah isn't Troy's physical type. She's a size 16, and he has a big preference for very skinny women, not fit, blah, 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 blah. So I honestly doubt he's looking at Hannah in any sexual way to begin with. Not to mention, like I said, she's generally modest and doesn't have them flapping around or anything. That's what this guy said. That wasn't me. That's what this dude wrote. Troy and his girlfriend, Jenna, the bitch, are a new thing of the past 4 months. He's brought her over and we all hung out. And Jenna and Hannah get along extremely well. Oh, hello. But a few days after, Jenna sent Hannah a message on Facebook, FB, be kids, asking her if she'd mind wearing a bra when Troy's around, citing that it was inappropriate and kind of sleazy. She's a homo. Hannah just shrugged it off and said, sure, why not? So to compromise, she started wearing a very flimsy sports bra. Things seemed like they were fine until Jenna came over and Hannah just happened to be coming home from the gym. She was walking between our bedroom and the bathroom without a bra on, but I was otherwise clothed. Jenna lost her shit and started yelling at Troy about this, and then called Hannah a tramp, a sleaze, etc. She brought up the way she loafs around in dresses and her legs and her ass hang out, etc., etc. I'll admit that sometimes Hannah's dresses ride up when she's lounging on the couch with the book, which is pretty much always. But since day one, anytime she heard Troy moving around in the apartment closer to the living room, she sits up and straightens herself over to cover herself up. She does not like being looked at by men, like I said. Hannah didn't hear anything because she was in the shower, and when she got out, she asked where Jenna went, and I had to explain they had a fight. Hannah asked what happened, and Troy told her it was just nothing. Right, last paragraph. Jenna ripped into Hannah on Facebook, calling her all kinds of names and telling her that she's trying to steal Troy from her, etc., etc.
What the fuck?
Hannah was hurt, and she went to Troy to apologize about the bra thing and asked him if he's always had a problem with it. And Troy said something like, I didn't even know I was supposed to care. I don't know how to handle this. Obviously, I'd prefer my girlfriend be comfortable and not be attacked. But I do want to know, Jenna's tirade aside, is it inappropriate for her not to wear a bra in her own home? This is the biggest humble brag post I've ever seen in my life. This is like, yeah, I got a question. Listen, my girl's got the biggest fucking tits in the whole fucking world. Oh, let me tell you about them. Jesus Christ, they're round, they're perky, they're juicy. Sweet Lord. It's like you tap them and you can just watch it like a washing machine go around for hours.
That's not
it's like the 2 paragraphs of just how big his boyfriend fucking titties are.
Oh, this is a really odd one.
You got to be like, bro, I'm crushing over here. Have you seen the tits of my girlfriend? There's no fucking way. Come on, you got to get rid of this bed.
Be honest, I just feel like this girl is just in her own home and she's just trying to live her life. And then this new woman comes along and says, "Put a bra on." I think this girl is out of order. I think just let her be. Let her hang out. You know.
I agree. I don't know why she's like, "You're trying to steal Troy from me" and all this sort of shit. It's like, calm down. It's not that deep. I don't know. It's
like a cry for help from this guy being like, look, I fucking love my girlfriend's titties flapping around all day. And this new bitch has come in. She's telling me telling her to cover them up. I don't know what to do, man.
It's such a weird question.
I've got an update for this one, but we should give some advice before I go to the update.
Okay, so in my opinion, like, I rarely wear a bra in my own house. But like, thing is as well, for the girl with the big boobs, it's quite uncomfortable if you wear a bra like all the time because you gotta like let them free. You know what I mean? Also, they're boobs that big would be very heavy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a new girl, you walk in and half the titties are covering like 3/4 of the sofa. Like, what do you do?
But it's her own house, so it's just like you go somewhere else if you're uncomfortable with it with your boyfriend. Why don't he go to your place? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it sounds like this other girl's got issues and, you know, she's a bit threatened, but she doesn't know how to deal with it.
Basically, the other girl has small boobs. That's what it is.
Oh, hey.
Come on. That's definitely what it is, right? I have no idea what I would do in this situation if I was the guy.
If you're the guy, you got to go with a friend. You got to be, look, mate, I'm absolutely crushing it over here. There's no way I can ask my girl to like cover up her titties.
But it's quite unfair of her to just like be like, you need to wear a bra, blah blah blah. Like, they're just boobs. Calm down. Like, yeah. What's the problem? I don't understand.
Yeah, no, I agree. This girl needs to calm down. You know,
calm her tits.
Fuck you, Gio.
The first comment is just, you need to tell Jenna to back the fuck off.
Yeah, Yeah.
One of the things I look
Calm
forward
the
to
fuck
in the
down,
evening
Jenna.
is taking my bra off. So freeing and comfortable.
Exactly.
It's not like your girlfriend is pulling up her shirt and rubbing her naked boobs on your roommate. Jenna is clearly very insecure, and I don't see your girlfriend doing anything wrong here. As for the name calling, rude as Ferg.
Agreed. Yeah, because she went and attacked her on Facebook and all this kind of stuff. What's your problem?
Look, as a dude, maybe you're in the gym, you're in the showers, and you see some dude with a massive schlong. You just got to bow down. You got to be like, all right, this guy's fucking crushing it. Like, there's nothing I can do here. You got to have respect for that guy. There's no amount of working out unless you want to get like a dick implant or something. You just got to bow down and
Those
be like, yo,
can't be a thing.
The genetic lottery is. Oh, I'm sure. Are you kidding me?
I don't think that's a thing, Harry. Gio.
Harry, tell us a dick part thing.
You were like asking me as like an expert. No, it is. You can definitely thicken it up. I don't know if you can.
Penile implants. The top reasons to consider a penile implant.
That's the most horrible way of describing it.
There's a Vice article. I know, it's on Tonic. Tonic.vice.com. Am I going to get a fucking porn
virus?
This £13,000 penis implant makes your junk bigger in an hour.
£13,000?
Look, man, for that big a schlong, the big dollars come out. What can I say?
Whoa.
What do they put in there? Like a fucking balloon?
Wouldn't that be really painful?
Yeah. Update. I talked to Troy about Jenna's outburst. He said that he would handle it, and he was extremely apologetic and said that it would not happen again. He said he was glad Hannah didn't hear Jenna's tirade, and I agreed that it was for the best if we tried to handle this maturely. Hannah was still hurt from Jenna's comments on Facebook, but Troy asked Jenna to apologize, and that's what happened. We let Troy know that Jenna wouldn't be allowed over again if she continued to behave like that. He agreed and said he would be reconsidering their relationship. Oh!
Ooh.
Some time passed, and here we are. Hannah's gone back to just being comfortable in her own home, taking her bra off when she's at home. Oh, winner! She's respectful of Jenna and Troy's space and wears a bra if Jenna is over. But things changed the other night. Ooh, a turn for the worse. Hannah and I were cooking dinner when Jenna came over to wait for Troy. She hung out in the kitchen and talked to Hannah. They seem to be getting along a little better, at least. Hannah is very sweet and doesn't hold many... All right, we get it. Your girlfriend's fucking great. Jesus Christ. I was chopping up Brussels sprouts to roast while Hannah was making some herb and palm-crusted chicken. That's a very specific fucking...
Yeah.
Or something.
Didn't need that much detail.
Whilst Hannah was making some palm-crusted chicken or something. I don't know, some bullshit. And some cucumber tomato salad that I like. Fucking guy. She coated some huge chicken breasts. Wayo! That she'd pounded, and that's when Jenna piped up and said something like, wow, that's so much food. You're not going to eat all that, are you? So Hannah laughed and said, yeah, she was going to eat it all. It was her dinner. Jenna scoffed and made some comment like, that's so much food. I could never eat that much. But, well, look at me.
Oh, my God.
She got up to try and get her attention and show off her figure. Hannah didn't say anything, but I could tell by the look on her face that she was starting to panic. Hannah has a long history with EDNOS. I don't know what that is.
Eating disorder something. Oh.
And one of her only triggers is people paying attention to what she eats like that. She used to... Okay, that makes sense. She used to not be able to eat at restaurants because she was afraid of people judging her.
Oh, no.
Jenna took it a step further and said something about how she goes to the gym every day because she loves keeping her figure and she knows Troy loves it. She pointedly asked Hannah when the last time she went to the gym was and asked me if I thought Hannah should do some kind of yoga or something.
What?
She... These fucking people. She made some comment about how sad it is when girls let themselves go after they get boyfriends. I was starting to get very angry because it sounded like she was implying I do not love Hannah's figure or something. I put my hand on Hannah's shoulder and told her to go to our bedroom. I like the thought of him trying to put his hand on Hannah's shoulder, but a big ass pancake titties are too fucking big and he just like lands straight on one of them. I could finish up. She had the fakest smile and said goodnight to Jenna. I let Jenna have it. I don't want to go into what I said because it was not my best moment, but I could not accept her trying to intimidate or make Hannah feel bad. I especially could not take her implying at all that I wasn't attracted to Hannah. It all felt too surreal. I've never met someone who would just say mean things about a girl who was perfectly nice to her like that, especially not about her weight. Jenna left and told me she was going to have a talk with Troy. I consoled Hannah, who said she was okay, but ended up not eating dinner. We watched some TV together, and about 2 hours later, Troy comes in. He just stands in the doorway and looked at us, and he looks right at Hannah and says, I broke up with her. I'm so sorry. She's never coming back. Jenna is gone and done. Troy later said that Jenna was convinced Hannah was trying to steal him and that she was just jealous of her body. It was all because of one day when Jenna came over and Hannah gushed over the dress she was wearing. Jenna thought that meant she was in love with her or something. I have no idea where this came from. It was never about the bra, I guess.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
What an adventure we've all been on.
Fiery. This is everything, all the makings of a great story.
I think it just all worked out in the end, though, so that's all right, isn't it?
That's true.
I'm glad she's gone.
Yeah, fuck
What a
that.
bitch.
What kind of person does that, though? Do you know what I mean? Like, if she knows that she's got some kind of like eating disorder or what, like, who makes comments like that anyway? Who gives a shit? You know what? Actually, people have made comments like that to me before. Like, if I eat
to your face,
yeah, like if I'll eat like a third slice of pizza or whatever, you're like, "Oh, you sure you want to do that?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do. Leave me alone." Yeah, I don't think any of this was real. I think this guy just wanted to write on Reddit, like, you know what? I've got a girlfriend. She's got some really big tits.
I think it's made up. I think he just wanted to feel alive.
But okay, I'm curious though, like, what would you guys do in this situation if, like, you were living with someone and then your girlfriend was like, can you tell their girlfriend to wear a bra?
Oh, if I had the evil girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would just get rid. You've got to get rid for sure. No, she's awful person. I mean, completely fictional, but awful.
Completely. I'm glad we're all agreeing. This is not a real thing. Because this is kind of it's basically a user submitted question, but it's not really a question, so you decided to make it a topic.
Okay.
Our topic for today is self-love.
Topic for the day.
An important thing to discuss if we're talking about relationships and love on the podcast is self-love. So, you know, in the user submitted question, they mentioned stuff about like on Instagram and, you know, people following certain kinds of people that make you kind of feel worse about yourself a little bit.
Instagram.
And how do you spend time on yourself and love yourself in a world that makes you kind of want to hate yourself?
Well, first step is you got to recognize that you're inflicting this upon yourself somewhat. Instagram shoves into your face what you've been clicking on. So maybe stop looking at Instagram. First step. Stop clicking on pictures of girls with big fucking triple K titties or whatever that lady was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Help yourself, first of all. Don't shove this shit in your face.
No, I like to turn notifications off.
Oh, fuck that, yeah.
Which, in communication for this podcast, you probably realise, very bad at replying. This is just all part of my self-love.
Just text you like every 3 seconds, like, Harry, please reply.
No, Facebook and Instagram, no notifications. That's just how I live my life now.
Yeah, same. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Do that, everyone listening.
Yeah.
I don't have Facebook on my phone. I just have Messenger when people message me.
This is kind of unrelated, but also a bit related. But this YouTuber that I really like, he deleted all social media, didn't post on anything and didn't look at it for 4 months. And he said that he's tried it like as a thing, and he was just really unhappy. And he thought he'd just like do it as a bit of an experiment. And then he did it for a week, and then he was like, oh, okay, let me just see how long I can keep this going for. And he was just like, he's finally gotten good at being alone.
Yeah.
At like being by yourself. Being alone sounds kind of sad, but like just like sort of hanging out with yourself, and like normally people are always on their phones and like trying to distract themselves. I constantly try and distract myself from my own thoughts. Like it's all I do. I've unfollowed a bunch of people off Instagram recently. I've unfollowed a lot of like shops stuff as well.
Yeah, because I think
constantly having that
marketing is evil, man.
Exactly. Constantly having that thing of reminding me like you need to buy things all the time to make yourself happy isn't really a good way to, also because I'm broke as fuck. Maybe I'm the wrong person to talk to about this kind of stuff because I don't give a shit about Instagram. I really don't. Like, I don't think I follow people that would make me feel bad about myself anyway.
Yeah, but that's good advice. Like, don't do that. And then Instagram will stop shoving it in your face as well.
I also just think don't take it too seriously. I honestly post stuff that I just think is like kind of funny. I mainly follow like meme pages. I just think if it's making you feel bad about yourself or the way that you should look or whatever, unfollow those kinds of people.
And also, I mean, this post isn't just about the internet, but you got the internet. Like the thing that gets clicks is the most extreme versions of things, right? Like if you're a guy at the gym, you want to see you want to see Arnie when he's like at his peak, fucking 70 whatever, and he looks like a fucking bear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to see average Joe with like fucking 3-inch biceps, doing his first curl. Nobody gives a shit. You want to see the extreme, like fucking Frankie and his triple K girlfriend's titties. You know what I mean? That's what attracts the clicks. That's what gets people moving. And you suddenly go off the internet and you see the regular guys in the gym, and you're like, not everyone's like fucking roiding themselves up and doing this for their whole life as their whole personality. But that's just the internet side anyway. But offline, like, I don't know, man. That's all you got. What is all you got? You got to be happy with it. If you're not happy with it, if you're truly not happy with it, then make your fucking change, man. But
you, Gio, you don't have your notifications on Facebook or Instagram either, do you?
No, that's not a self-love thing. It's just because I fucking hate people being able to contact me. If I could live in the woods, I would do it. I was thinking about this the other day, because I had a thought once. Maybe it was on a podcast, and I was like, if I could just live in the woods but with internet. And now I'm like, you know what? If I could just live in the woods
and not like be eaten by a bear or something.
I think bears would love me.
I don't know. Self-love's quite a weird one. I think people are really, really hard on themselves a lot. Something that my counselor keeps saying to me is like, you need to be kind to yourself. And I'm like, what does that mean? Do you know what I mean? What does that even mean? I don't know.
I'm really into the living in the woods idea.
Yeah, Harry, to be fair, you've been talking about living in the woods. Harry's idea is he wants to, own an allotment?
You don't own an allotment, you rent an allotment.
Okay, yeah. Right, yeah.
And I've applied with Wandsworth Local Council, which is my borough. So I'm just on the waiting list now, and I'm going to grow some...
Sheesh.
Just some veg. Just some veggies.
I guess because you guys are in London town, so you don't get gardens and shit, right?
No gardens here. Yeah. Don't worry about that. Allotments only.
We have a garden. You've been to my house, Gio. I have a garden.
I've never been in the garden, though.
Have you not?
What have you got? Describe your garden to us.
It's not that big, but my mum grows a lot of like flowers and stuff at the moment. She did grow some potatoes. We just grow potatoes. We had a lot of potatoes for a while. That was nice. Strawberries, some chilies one time.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Pumpkin?
No, never pumpkin. Maybe butternut squash. I can't remember. Something like that.
Ooh, fancy pumpkin.
In a physical and like mental sense, there is no baseline of human being that you have to compare yourself to. It's just whatever you get is what you got. And, love that or do what you want with it. There's no perfectly basic average human being. We're all just weird little fucking, you know what I mean? Everyone's got their own weird shit going on in their bodies and their minds. And so you gotta find a way of dealing with what you got.
Wow. Gio, that was like mad insightful.
There you go, mate.
Yeah, good job.
There you go.
I just think, be your own person. Do what makes you happy.
Agreed.
Don't try and impress everyone. And in the words of Snoop Dogg, I'm not going to quote Snoop Dogg. I think that'd be unbecoming. Yeah, I'm my own man. See?
Yeah, quote yourself.
No, just love yourself.
Would you say you love yourself, guys?
Do I love myself?
Yes.
I don't hate myself. I have a platonic relationship with myself.
I would be a bit worried if it was anything.
We tolerate each other.
More than platonic. You mean civil relationship?
Yeah, civil. A civil relationship with myself.
I would say I do now, but it was like took a while to get there. Like now I don't give a shit.
Like everyone hates themselves. Like.
yeah. Like now I don't care. But like I think a lot of it is maybe a maturity thing as well. Like now I'm still, I don't know who the fuck I am. So how can I hate myself if I don't know who I am? Whereas when you got like you guys, you old men.
Whoa.
Be aggressive.
I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean. Like you guys,
calm down there with the snap.
Have your lives figured out a lot more than you would have 5 years ago, right?
Well, yeah, sure, yeah.
I don't even remember what I was doing 5 years ago. I wasn't on a brilliant best-selling podcast. That's
Way! Yeah.
Oh,
Like he said, best-selling. Like people buy this.
New York Times bestselling.
I'm old. My references are from books.
But it's
It's
also
just an earbook.
like you're the only person who listens to the podcast. So now he just lost
We've taken our only viewer and put him on a fucking podcast. That's what we've done.
a listener
Yeah.
for this episode.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I'll still listen just to make sure I come across well.
Harry, you started a podcast, right? That's what Anne said.
I've got a Well, I have a podcast already that was out in the summer.
Okay.
It was called Baking Bad, and it was a recap show of the Great British Bake Off. So you can catch up with that.
I like that.
Okay, so my new podcast won't be ready yet, right?
Okay.
But
It'll be brewing.
it's going to be called Advice for What? And it is very much like this one, an advice podcast, but it's not about love or relationships. So in that way, it's very different.
It is different. That's why you had to come on this podcast to give relationship and love advice.
Get out of your system.
Hey guys, my name's Harry, and I've got a podcast.
Hashtag advice for what? No, so what kind of advice do you guys give then?
Maybe I'll give you a little sample of one of the questions we answered.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, sneak preview, everyone.
I mean, if you want to chip in on what you would say,
Okay.
then feel free.
All right.
Okay, so this is the question. I lied to my mother-in-law about her lasagna being better than my mum's, and she knows I lied. I'm embarrassed, mostly because I'm the one that's been harassing her to make it for a damn year. Should I mention this, or should I let it fade away?
That is so great.
That's a great dilemma. I like
You know, episode 1.
I love that because it's so real.
I don't know if I went round like a girlfriend's house and her mum made Italian food and then asked me. That's the most dilemma situation I think I could ever be in.
Yeah, look, I've been round to a boyfriend's house and they made Indian food and I had to pretend it didn't taste like water, all right? You just gotta, I think you in those situations, they know you've lied, but if you stick with your guns and you're like, I'm not lying, it is better, then they have no proof that you're lying, right?
I think there's a good like stereotype of Italian pride. Like I think I could play it off being cheeky, but like, well, you know, it's no nonna's lasagna. Take like the comedy route, guys. If anyone listens to this podcast, instead of my shitty opening, can you listen to the Cheeky Girls cheeky song? Just play yourself about 20 seconds of it.
We don't have a jingle,
podcast.
Harry, but we were just saying about how the Cheeky Girls song, like when I was younger. I can't remember how old I was when it came out, but I remember thinking that it was the most like scandalous thing I'd ever heard.
Okay, yeah.
Like touching my bum, I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they're putting this in a song that's on the radio."
We're cheeky, that's for sure.
Like, you know what? It's in the name, and they lived up to it. You can't say that they didn't know their brand.
Everywhere, it's not sad to admit. Everyone gets lonely. It's not a sad thing to admit. If you're single, you feel lonely sometimes.
That's true.
Doesn't mean you want to jump out a fucking window. It just means that, like, oh man, I wish I had a pair of fucking. No, I'll mention it again.
32 triple K or whatever it was.
Triple K. God fucking damn, that's fucking Mount Everest of titties.
Hold on, triple K. We're just saying KKK without realizing it. Thank you, Harry, for joining us on this podcast. What was your experience?
Really loved it. It was like I was listening to the podcast, but then sometimes I realised I was on it and had to say things. Not always prepared. I'm going to say some of my advice was poor. I admit it, but I enjoyed the experience nonetheless.
I think you gave good advice. I
think you're cracking, pal. You smashed it.
Thank you very much for your lies.
Thank you for joining us. You're more than welcome to join us at any time that you so desire. If you ever do want to do this again, I understand if you don't as well. Listen to Harry's podcast, Advice for What, whenever it comes out. When will it come out?
Well, I don't know.
An undisclosed time?
I'd say probably in Feb. The month, Feb.
I'm
but then
excited.
they'll be thick and fast once a week.
I had to schedule a dentist appointment the other day, and the lady asked me if the 14th of February was okay, and I was like, you know, you have that moment where you're like, this is, yeah, it's fucking okay.
Oh,
man.
no.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Shut through the heart.
It's like when your doctor asks you if you're sexually active, and it's like, come on, man.
Please send your questions to peakmillennial@gmail.com. By the time that this comes out, I would have also made a Twitter page for us at Peak Millennial Podcast if you want to tweet us as well.
Thank you, listeners. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your spiritual energy that we feel every time you click that YouTube button or you click that Apple.
Oh, yeah. We're on YouTube now as well.
We said that last time, didn't we?
No, we did not.
Oh, we didn't?
No.
You can type in Peak Millennial on the YouTubes and you can listen to us sans having to give money to Tim Cook, this sleazy bastard. You can give your money to whoever owns YouTube instead by clicking on Peak Millennial Podcast. Just type in Peak Millennial Podcast on YouTube. Look, all of the episodes are there. You can see how many people have listened. You can go over to our 66 views, baby, on episode 2, Sex Robots. Scroll down to the comments, not before liking the video, and see a comment from a Russian bot that I found. Harry, have you seen this Russian bot comment?
Haven't seen it.
Oh my God. Peak Millennial, episode 2 on YouTube. It's a name I can't pronounce because there are letters that I don't know. OMG, Brits are so hard to understand. ! Why don't you guys just speak English for Christ's sake? ? You know, it's a pretty useful language. Just learn it.
I'm looking at it now and I'm going to reply.
I liked it. Putin, you motherfucker. You listen to my fucking podcast, sending over Russian fucking bots, allegedly, to comment on my fucking podcast.
Let's click on the channel. Look, she's got more subscribers than we do. So.
What?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's real.
I've replied.
Thanks, Harry. Thanks for sticking up for us.
I'm just trying to get in an argument.
You can leave us Russian bot comments on the podcast. We don't mind. We like the attention. Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye.